All right, what's going on, guys? Today is April 14th. I'm going to be going over today's price action. I did end up taking one trade today. It was a break even, and in hindsight, I did like the trade, but would I take it again? Probably not. So we'll go over that trade, a couple other opportunities I saw to make money in the market, and just kind of go over what I saw today as a whole. So let's go ahead and jump into replay mode. I hate how they are making me do this now. Let's go to 9:15. All right. So just starting off here on the higher time frames, you can clearly see we're bullish. It's a pretty easy buys to come up with today. They're equal highs at these 4 hours, but we are bullish. Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to make sure my bar replay was at the same time, right? So we're bullish. We're about to sweep out these highs, and once we sweep out these highs, I kind of just expect us to go sweep out this high, and then we'll be inside of this giant 4-hour bearish for value gap where we could either displace lower or push through, right? So my bias for the day was just bullish. I wanted to look for longs. So coming into open, let's see what I saw. So looking at open, I saw that we did have this 15-minute fair value gap right here, right? And then this was a low inside the 15-minute fair value gap, so I went ahead and marked that out. I also saw we had an unfilled for 15-minute right here, and there was an hourly below as well. Yeah. And then an hourly below as well. So off open, what did I want to see? I wanted to see us come down low, manipulate lower, take out any of these, maybe this low inside this 15-minute, or tap into this 15-minute, or even this hourly, and then deliver us higher, right? So that's what I wanted to see off open. And this is what we ended up getting. Let me go to 9:30. And 9:29. All right, so perfect. Right before market open, you can clearly see we sweep out this low inside this 15-minute, and then we deliver into this 15-minute fair value gap right here. So perfect. This is exactly what I want to see. I want to see us push higher now and go ahead and take out these highs. We also had a data high right here, right? This was from PMI this morning at 7:30. So this was data. So this was my original draw on liquidity, right? I want to see a long up to this data high, and then if I don't get that opportunity, I want continuation longs higher, right? So originally, this is what I was looking for. Obviously, I don't want to take this pre-market inversion. I just know 9:30 is going to be volatile and probably come and try to, raid these stops and push us further. So I'm looking for an inversion here. And 9:30 opens up, and what do we get? Boom, Drake candle to the upside, right? So you could have taken this. I obviously saw some people who did take this. Whoa, that is not what I wanted to do. Man, really? Hold on. Now I got to go back. All right. So, yeah, you could have taken this, right? We get the inverse of this 1 minute fair value gap right here. The draw on liquidity is still there, so this wouldn't have been terrible. I just didn't like this wick. I don't like this volatility off open pushing us this much higher. If we would have gotten something like opened up another fair value gap, maybe manipulated lower, opened it up something else, I would have taken it. But like this move to the upside just wasn't obvious for me, and it could have been easily manipulated. The RR wasn't great as well. If you wanted to go for a 1-to-1 here, like you're looking at like something like this, which you could have taken, right? So this wasn't a bad opportunity today. Everything lined up. And then we did have an SMT as well. If I can remember, I think it was from this low right here. So you got the higher time frame manipulation, the false move off open, the SMT, clear target above. In hindsight, this is a great trade. And it would have flushed, right? So in hindsight, this is a great trade. If you took that, good stuff. I just wasn't the biggest fan of it, right? So at this point, I'm just looking for continuation longs higher. We come up. We sweep out this main high, right? This is the high, if I remember. Yeah, this is the high that was inside of the 4-hour per value gap, right? So now we're inside this giant 4-hour, and I'm open to taking shorts from this range, right? We're super overextended. We're inside a 4-hour. I'm very, very open to taking shorts inside of this range now, especially with us being in a premium. I'm open to taking shorts here. So let me go over what I did take. It wasn't this trade. No, it wasn't. Yeah, so at this point, I'm open to shorts. What do we get off this? No 5-minute retracement, so I'm not taking this long here. Again, would have played out kind of. And I think that this was the 2-minute trade that I took. Yeah, so this is the 2-minute trade that I took, right? So I saw that we were inside of this 4-hour range. We're delivering from that unfilled 4-hour. I can't remember if we were SMT'd. I'm pretty sure we were SMT'd. Somewhere, not at this point, right? But ES just didn't look like we wanted to continue bearish, right? And I should have noticed this in hindsight, right? ES was moving like this. Oops, let me just as reference. This is how ES was moving. Just chop, accumulating, building up liquidity. We didn't have any. There was no conviction, or there was no, price wasn't showing us any signs that we wanted to manipulate lower. All price was showing us is that we were building up liquidity. We still have relative equal highs above. We were building up liquidity. The buy model is still not over, right? Because although NQ tapped into this 4-hour range, ES did not deliver into this 4-hour range yet, right? So the buy model is still not finished, which I should have realized, right? I should have realized I'm not looking for sales yet until ES completes its buy model. And that was one thing I failed to do this morning, and I got very lucky with this being a break even. Why can't I go back? Let's take it to 9:57 a.m. Yeah, so ES hasn't completed the buy model yet, and I should have been looking for that. I just wasn't focusing on the higher time frame. I was stuck with us being inside this 4-hour. I wasn't looking at ES. I wasn't seeing what ES was giving me, right? Because although NQ's moving like this, ES is not moving like this. It's not showing us signs that we want to go lower. All it's doing is building up liquidity, right? So the idea behind this trade was that we finally delivered from the range. We're inside a premium. We got a singular 2-minute fair value gap that looked good. We had a 5-minute below. And that was pretty much the idea here. It just wasn't, in hindsight, not a great setup, right? So it looks good mechanically, but when you just look at the overall structure of the market, and ES not completing that buy model yet, this is not a great trade, right? So this is what I took, though. I took this short, got in on this 2-minute candle close. I think I had my stop above this high. Maybe, I cannot remember exactly. Oh yeah, I had my stop above this order block. That's where I had my stop. Above this order block, take profit at a 1-to-1, and I knew that we were about to open up a 15-minute fair value gap, right? So this candle hasn't closed yet, but we were going to open up a 15 at some point soon, and that was also another confluence that I probably should have added, right? Like, the trade was fine, and I wanted to go break even when we hit that 15-minute, but there was probably a better opportunity to take longs out of here, which I should have realized, right? So we end up coming down. At this point, I want to see price break through this 1 minute. And I think we open up the 15-minute at this point. Yeah, we open up the 15-minute at this point, so I'm not going break even yet, but I am going to go break even when we get under this low, right? And I either expect us to flush from that, push lower into the 15-minute, or just take us back to break even. Okay, and I'm going to just whatever, play the candles. I'd actually really like to go back to 10:05. This, whatever is going on with this new market replay thing. There we go. Now I can select my bar. I had it on the wrong setting. Right, so I wouldn't break even whenever we took out this low right here. Tapped into the 15-minute. This was another good setup. It's not mechanically great, right? Not mechanically great, but it plays out. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's more discretionary. It's a tough setup to realize if you're a beginner trader. And I didn't even realize it in the moment, but it was a great setup, right? So let's just look at it here. So ES, just keep in mind, ES has not tapped into this 4-hour range yet, right? So we have not completed the buy model. ES is moving like I said it was, like, right? Just chopping, building liquidity. What do we get? We get the delivery into the 15-minute fair value gap. And we also are delivering off of a 5-minute OB. Right, so we're delivering off of a 5-minute OB, also inside of a 15-minute fair value gap. All the higher time frame confluences are lining up. We are SMT'd as well from somewhere. I can't remember where we get SMT'd at. It might be this low. Don't quote me on that. But we do get SMT'd, right? So every confluence lines up here. The only thing that we do have is a 5-minute And you could have waited for this 5 minutes to get closed, or you could have just had very good conviction in this trade and gone a little bit more discretionary. Me personally, I would have waited for the 5 minute, just acting a little bit more mechanically right now, trying to build up my discretion. Right, but what do you get from this point? All your higher time frame confluences line up. Your draw and liquidity is great at these relative equal highs. This is our buy side. Sorry, this is our buy side. So everything lines up. And what do you get here? Change in state of delivery. So this could have been enough confluences for you to be able to be like, okay, my draw and liquidity is so strong. We haven't completed the buy model yet. All the other higher time frame confluences are lining up. The 15 minute, the 5 minute OB, everything is lining up here, and we get the CISD. We're SMT'd. This is perfect, right? And you could have taken something like this. Probably would have taken it break even at the 5 minute, right? So probably would have gone break even right here. And flushed, buy side, bang. Perfect, so full TP gets hit there. And that would have been a great trade as well, just a little bit more discretionary. Just kind of a more difficult setup to understand, right, in live time. Not mechanical at all. But as well as if you did want to wait for a more mechanical setup, right, all the confluences are still the same here. Everything's lining up. Our 5 minute gets to close. We don't take out our break-even point yet. Go longs here. And honestly, you probably... Sorry, I know my screen recording's getting all messed up. Hold on. There we go. Sorry. And honestly, you probably want to just take this for about a 1-to-1, or whenever ES taps into this 4-hour range, right? And I think that ES taps into the 4-hour range a little bit higher. I think 1-to-1 probably would have been safe here. Go break even, and you would have flushed, right? So that 5 minute close was good as well. I didn't take it. I didn't expect us to deliver too much higher. I kind of wanted a deeper retrace into this 15 minute, and in hindsight, I understand all the things that I'm explaining now, and how that wasn't the play. The play was higher. ES hadn't completed the buy model, and that was the play. And in live time, I just didn't understand that, and I was just too stuck on NQ. I wasn't looking at ES, what it was actually doing, where the market wanted us to deliver to. I was just focused on the price action not being great, which in all honesty, there was opportunities for you to make money. Price action wasn't incredible. I mean, we delivered all, like, I think, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna speed ahead, but like we delivered more than 300 points, I think, with minimal retraces, like maybe a couple 5 minute retraces, but like nothing great out of it. Like there was not many opportunities today, if you're just executing purely mechanically, right? So yeah, that was really it though for today. What else did I see? This one was alright. This BPR right here, so you get the inversion, but we are inside of a 3 minute. So you get the 3 minute, you get the BPR close, the inversion. We're inside of a 3 minute. I would have liked to see this 3 minute flush, or you could have taken it break even at this 3 minute and just hope we flush. Either way, you would have been break even, and or stopped out if you didn't go break even there. All right, and then on the upside, we inverse this BPR right here. You could go longs here. I don't know where you'd want to put your stop. Probably at this swing low, just because we do have a bunch of LR. And you would have been break even, right? You go break even at these highs. So either way, you're break even. And then the best trade that happened right when I got off the markets, of course, literally 5 minutes after I get off the charts, we get this beautiful price taps into that 15 minute. Oh, wait. Shoot. Hold on, let me replay this. Yeah. Price comes down into this 15 minute, delivers off both of these 15 minutes right here. Perfect delivery. We still have room to go higher. We're still in this buy model. And we get the inversion to the upside. Highest time frame in this leg would be, I think it was a 5 minute. 4 minute chart doesn't want to load. Yeah, it was a 5 minute here. So wait for the 5 minute. Get the delivery from the higher time frame. Let's see this 5 minute close. Bang. Get the close. Take this. stops this swing low, and we can target our next draw on liquidity, which in this case would be this unfilled 4-hour fair value gap, right, that we had failed to tap into originally. Or not failed to, but that was just still another unfilled 4-hour that we wanted to come up into. I also liked this high inside of this 15-minute as well, this swing high. Another great target. So you had options for this long. I would have just seen probably price is so bullish that either of these draws would be fine, right? And then you take it break even somewhere like right here, right? And flush. We get just absolutely flush, right? So those were kind of what I saw in the market today. Let's see where we are right now, actually. Just continuing higher. I mean, it's just, this is just insane. Like, go to the 1 hour and just see. Like, this is not how the price moves typically. This is just crazy. I can't say that I'm a fan of this price action, to be honest. There's just little manipulation, kind of just all dumping. Could take something here. I mean, I'm not going to take anything. I don't know what I'm doing. But could see like us tapping into this 15-minute, perhaps delivering us higher. Just seems like we're in such a high premium. Any longs out of here are not A+. You're just in an absolute premium, right? So it's at a BPR as well. Like, really nothing here is A+. They're just way too high in premium, right? So, but yeah, that is kind of what I saw as far as today. So there was a couple good opportunities. I ended up getting break even. There's a couple places you could capitalize today, and yeah, that's really it for today. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Yeah, that's gonna be all for me. I'll be back for another backtesting session later. Hopefully, price action continues to open up and deliver something else the rest of the week. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So I'll see you guys later.